Hey guys, Dustin Scout here, and with me today is Sunder as we are going to be discussing Cyberpunk 2077. Would you like to say anything, Sunder?
Um,
What you say?
I'm just happy to be here.
All right, you heard it first here, folks. So, give me a little, overview of your game over there. Uh, how much time do you believe that you spend in it? Give me an estimate.
Or else what?
Um, Something like 15 hours, I think.
Wow, wow, that's a good bit of time in the game.
Sorry,
Yeah, I've been
really
playing it
sorry.
like every evening.
What
But I'm gonna have to
what do
shut
you
this
believe
party
your favorite loadout set is?
Well, when I started the game, I was thinking I would go with sort of like a. I went with the nomad background, and I was thinking I would do sort of a samurai gunslinger, sort of inspired by my playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, using a katana revolver. But I've kind of been switching it up, and lately I've been going mostly melee with the Mantis blades just for fun.
So I'll tell you. We had a discussion the other day. I had the mantis blades, right?
Hmm.
So I've now left the mantis blades. I went to the like projectile arms, right? It wasn't what I was expecting.
Mm.
Um, it's a single projectile explosive. So you're looking at a target. You press the button to shoot it, and it shoots and explodes. It takes the place of your grenade, actually,
Oh, okay.
which I hate.
Hmm.
So I've since left that one. Still don't have any legs, by the way, because I keep spending money on other things. I've
Right.
since left that one and went to the Gorilla Arms, and that was literally just to do like the boxing quest line.
Yeah.
So I do like them, but only for the boxing side. I'll probably eventually go back to the Mantis Blades.
Yeah. Mantis blades are fun. The swords, the katanas, do generally do more damage, but you can get perks that increase the damage that your Mantis blades do,
Right, right.
and it just looks cool.
It does look really cool. I will agree with that. I don't, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the projectile arms. I was expecting multiple projectiles, and it ended up just being a single projectile.
Right. A lot of that's really about flavor. The
It
Mantis blades projectile,
yeah,
it's all flavor.
it really is. I found myself on my loadout using a precision rifle. Because the precision rifles do the same amount of damage as the sniper rifles,
Mm.
and they are actually really good up close
Show
too
me what you
when
got.
shooting hip fire.
Yeah. I guess the only drawback is the magazine size.
Yeah, I mean it's I don't know 6, 10 rounds, something 12 rounds.
Right.
So you don't get as many, but it does shoot 3 projectiles at once, and that is still only called 1 round, and that's pretty good. And then my backup is the smart assault rifle.
And you
Yeah, the tech weapons are cool.
had enough
They
left,
are
brother?
really
Or
cool.
hungry for more?
I've used them a little bit, but lately what I've been doing is when the difficulty's on my level, I just go in with katana, and then when things start heating up, I go to Mantis blades, just really just for fun. But when the combat is difficult or there's ranged enemies like flying drones or something, then I'll swap to a precision rifle.
Yeah, I can see that. The distance makes a difference in the game. I mean, if you put distance between you and the enemies, they don't have a chance at all.
Right.
Um, so have you run into any bugs? any game breaking glitches, anything of note, anything of worthiness to chat about?
Nothing game breaking. The one that I see the most often is occasionally after like a conversation or a cutscene or something. Well, not really cutscenes. The game doesn't really do cutscenes much, but like after a cinematic moment or something, sometimes the camera will be zoomed in like you're using your scanner, but your scanner won't be up, and you can't get out of it even by pressing the scanner button. A way to fix that is to just press the start button, the menu button or whatever, and then that will pull you out of the scanner.
All right. I actually haven't had that one happen.
Yeah, that happens occasionally. The only other thing is sometimes conversations can be weird because like you've got to be near someone to respond to what they're saying. So sometimes something happening in the world can kind of interrupt your conversation.
Right. I've had some weird conversation situations. I had one weird conversation where I had two characters that were talking to each other, and I was interacting with them too. Well, when I made my interaction with them, they started their conversation over, but they were also still talking with me about the conversation further in the future. So it's kind of weird because they were, yeah, it was really weird because they were still like, they'd already had this long conversation. I interacted with them and then they started that conversation over, but then continued the conversation with me too at the same time. So I had some weird audio going on at that point.
Yeah, I've had moments where someone will start talking to me outside of a vehicle, and then I'll get in the vehicle with them, and they'll, for some reason, start talking to me on their phone.
Oh, I had that happen today, yes.
Yeah, also in person at the same time, so it's really weird.
Yeah, I had that happen today. Takamori.
Yeah, that happened with him, and it also happened with Pan Am a couple times.
I don't remember. I didn't ride with Pan Am a lot, to be honest with you. I honestly would normally just jump in my car and drive to where it is going.
I like the conversations along the drive. It's nice.
Sometimes those conversations still happen. They just happen over the phone.
Right. Yeah.
So that might be the reason why you had that dual channel chat going on in the vehicle.
Yeah, that's probably the case. It feels a bit more immersive, I guess, when you're sitting next to them and they look at you occasionally as you're talking to them. It's nice.
Yes, I agree. But now I know like me you play this on PC. I don't remember your computer specs exactly. But how does it run as in smoothness on your specs? I don't know your specs, so
To be honest, I can't remember my specs at the moment either. But none of my stuff's all that old, but it's not new either. And all the settings, the recommended settings, are almost max, and I have pretty much no major issues. Sometimes textures won't load, like out in the desert, like in the distance sometimes, but
Okay.
other than that...
What did did we put a 2060 in yours?
2070.
2070. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which one we put in yours. Mine's the 2080. I don't have any issues. Today I did have one issue. I will say, when I was recording it at the same time as playing it, my frames kind of started dipping a little bit. I guess because it was running on two separate screens. That's the only thing that I could figure. It wasn't too bad. I don't know how the recording looks. It may be all choppy. I'm not sure. But overall, I hadn't really had that much of an issue gameplay-wise either. I did have that game-breaking glitch today where, V has those moments where, like the screen starts stuttering because the relic's messing up.
Right.
And then it would never go away. It just continued to do that. It actually kind of made me sick. It gave me like a motion sickness kind of deal.
Hmm. Well, here is an issue that I just noticed.
Uh-oh.
You know the well, actually you may not have gotten this. There is a weapon you can get. It's a one-handed club called Sir John Fallostiff. It
I did not get that. I do know what you're talking about, though.
right.
Because I didn't do that mission. I know what you're talking about. I'm not going to get into like super detail. I didn't actually have the opportunity to do that mission.
Ah. Yeah, so okay, so in my weapon menu, normally you see the oh, I know why. I just figured it out. I have the mature content filter on, so it doesn't have its normal appearance. It looks like a pipe.
Oh,
That's cool.
oh, that's good. That's
Well,
good.
mystery solved.
I didn't cut that on the day. I hope I didn't run into anything while I was recording.
It's neat that they have filters like that. That's pretty cool.
It is really neat that they have those filters. I didn't, which I like all the audio and everything is going to be off in the background. You guys obviously have seen that up to this point, but yeah, I don't have I didn't have that filter on, so we'll have to check and make sure nothing popped up. Then walk through Jig Street, you know.
Yeah. Let's stay away from there now.
I mean, every other store, you know, has something in the window.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. Well, Sunder, I've enjoyed your conversation here today. We have went over my allotted time for recording this, so I did enjoy your input on this. I believe we should do this weekly.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
As a state of play kind of deal. We can talk about. We might not do it weekly, but we might do it per update if we're still playing the game. I don't know. Might not last that long.
Yeah, we'll see.
Might get tired of it or something. But we could start doing this for other games too.
True.
Maybe even get some of the other people in. But
yeah,
the only reason I invited you over anybody else or didn't include anybody else is because, as far as I know, nobody but me and you have any significant time in the game.
Yeah, that's a good point. Would have to worry about avoiding spoilers with the other guys.
Yeah, and MT, he don't, you know, he hadn't spent any time in the game. JW hadn't spent any time in the game. So I didn't feel like they would have enough to talk about. But nonetheless, our 10-minute time limit has well passed now. But thank you for joining me today, and I'll link your channel at the end of the video.
All right, appreciate it.
And you may say goodbye to the listeners.
Yeah, it's been fun. See ya.
See ya.